Hello, class. So, gonna move again to something more pop culture right now. I personally, I'm not really into sports that much, but I know many people are. And what I hear a lot that's going on is the World Cup. So, why not talk about good old material science and evolution of material science of soccer balls? So, little interesting here, and I'm showing this. I'll send you the article too, but you're not going to see as many interactive parts here. So we got this is approaching the World Cup. I know the article, but then the World Cup is already going on right now, and so I talk about the soccer ball. So uh, originally they were leather wrapped pig bladders, were traditional soccer balls, and then vulcanization of rubber with Goodyear. Basically, natural rubber, they spilled sulfur into it, and then sulfur formed bonds across it, and then made uh, rubber much more robust. So, like car tires used to break all the time. They were much more fragile. Vulcanization greatly improved the material of tires and rubber in general. So now we had more standardization with that. Even before that, though, there was not really a standardized things. So vulcanization rubber led to more standardization, and then we go to more contemporary times. So here's 1970, 1985, and this is the World Cup soccer. And you can see the layers here. So inside is a latex rubber bladder, and then there's cotton on the outside, and then polyurethane coated leather panel. So polyurethane, that's a polymer. So poly, many, mer, molecules, many molecules. So and here, so I already mentioned, and then this image here, this is an scanning electron microscope, also SEM, just an electron microscope. So this is 60 times amplification. The way this works is you shoot a beam of electrons, and that beam of electrons gets an image. You can see this is not colorized at all. There's no color here. It's just showing you where things are, and this image is from where the scattering of electrons happens. So that's the electron microscope there of that. So so this is more uniform, made it feel softer. So I did play soccer. Soccer is a lot of fun. That's a fun sport to play. So then let's move on and talk about 1986 to 19. What is it? Well, what year is this again? This is 1986 to 1999. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Still latex rubber bladder. That hasn't changed. Now we have polyester and cotton in there. So we've moved away from just cotton. Now we have polyester, and then now it's no longer leather. Now we have it's polyurethane. So the surface of the ball has changed, and now we have the scanning electron microscope image here, and you can see the thin layer here of the polyurethane. Then you can see the fiber, and then here then is the bladder. So let's look at the other image, so you can look at the previous image. So the bladder looks a little different here, right? The cotton layer looks more dense than the cotton polyester mixture. So you can still see there's a thin surface here, but the images, they've changed a little. So now let's go on now in year 2000s. So how have we changed? So we have still polyurethane, latex rubber, but now we have polyester and nylon. So we've changed the inner part, and you can see the layers here. It looks like there's 4 layers. There has 3. I'm wondering what that beam is here. So this is obviously the polyurethane, and then unless there's something interstitial. Is it glued in there? Maybe that's something there. Okay, so. And there, of course, the point of this is soccer balls to make them more uniform and that kind of stuff. So then we move on past to 2005, 2015, and they've moved away from the traditional 32 panel construction. So originally they started off with just leather coated pig bladders, and then they went to the I think it's a truncated dodecahedron image, but I know it's spherical. So they had the panels there, but if you lay it flat, it would be a truncated dodecahedron. And now away from the 32 panels, now we have 14. So we changed the shape of the ball there, so at least the outside surface. So now we have thermally bonded construction made from polyurethane. Still have a latex bladder, and then we have polyester on the inside. And here's the scanning electron microscope image of here. You can see these are getting more and more uniform. So, and these are of course World Cups. So now 2016 to 2022. So now we no longer have latex bladders. So that's one of the things. Now we use. So, what does it say? It says butyl. Is there something that says? Yeah. Bladder from isobutylene isoprene. Okay, so it's a different polymer. So we're not using latex anymore, and so it keeps it so it holds air tighter than a latex does. So you don't have to inflate it as much, right? So and they feel firmer. You need to hit it harder, but you have more control. So. And you can see here, so it has different bladder, and you have nylon lining. So no wonder it feels tough. Nylon it's a polymer, and nylon is closest to proteins as far as because they have polyamide bondage, just like our keratin, our skin. All proteins have that. So some nylons, like bulletproof vests, for instance, are made of nylon. So they're it's pretty firm. So I can see why they think this is going to be pretty firm. But nylon you gotta be careful. This stuff can melt. So and then So then the surface of the soccer ball is polyurethane. We already mentioned that. So we have much more precision. They're much more spherical. And now we go to the current one, 2026. They don't have a break-apart section of this. I guess they want to keep that relatively confidential. But it is only 4 panels. So it has 4 panels and thermal bonding similar. And it's very, very smooth. But the problem with it being very, very smooth is it'll wobble more. So you can see this. I remember studying in history, like a musket ball. If you shoot a musket, the ball can fly all over the place, whereas like a bullet will travel more. Like a bullet, I should say, that's more conical in shape will shoot more straight. So that's the same thing. If you have a very spherical, smooth surface, actually it doesn't make it move. It makes it more unpredictable and can float through the air. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, and this it also has a motion sensor chip. So it'll be and Adidas. So Adidas makes the balls. They counterweight it so it's even. So like I said, they don't have a breakaway in this one. So we'll see how much people like this soccer ball. So we'll see. So if you're watching the soccer matches, and I hope you do, and I hope you have a lot of fun doing it. It does sound like a lot of fun. I just haven't had a chance to I'd like to go see it with people. So, and I'm so busy with my son. So, but maybe my family's coming for the 4th of July. Maybe we'll have some downtime and watch the game. Who knows? But for you guys though, as hopefully you're relaxing watching the games, you think a little bit about the chemistry of it, right? So there's no escape. You can't escape chemistry, right? Well, I hope you enjoy the article, and I hope the rest of your week is going well and went well. I'm recording this a little early because I have some time, but I'll of course still send this out on Thursday. If you need anything, I've sent out emails to students I'm concerned about. If you get an email from me, you're never in trouble. I just want to help. And to students that are getting A's, awesome to you guys. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. If you need help, though, let me know. Also, as I always say, if you are dealing with a lack of basic needs, if you're dealing with mental health challenges, if you have some other academic issues or extracurricular issues you need help with, feel free to reach out to me. Of course, course-related stuff, that's my primary duty, so I'm here to help you for that as well. So, but keep that in mind, and have a nice rest of your week. Take care now. Goodbye.